Good morning. Everyone's visiting. Thank you and welcome to the Althea Center. It's an affirming, exuberant audience in August. I'm Reverend Christina Jones, and I invite everyone to gently put your phone on silent, or I'm going to offer this to you. Turn off your phone and give yourself an hour to disconnect, realign, and get centered and grounded in the now. So in the land of the acknowledgement, this beautiful center stands on the land of the Arapaho, Ute, and Cheyenne nations. The foundation is rooted in Mother Earth. So now we're going to do, Jason, if you want to put that up, the land of acknowledgement statement. It's just on the program. Okay, thank you. It's my second day, my second Sunday. Thank you. On your program, the land of acknowledgement statement is, we want to acknowledge that this is the indigenous land of the Cheyenne, Arapaho, and Ute peoples, and it's important for us to name their legacy. Their legacy matters because this was their sacred ground, and it was made more holy for Althea because of it. To assure that this land acknowledgement is more than a statement only, Althea looks for the opportunities to be an impactful partner and allies for the indigenous communities. Our building is the home to two nonprofit organizations that impact these communities in Denver. They are the Spirit of the Sun and the Sisters of Color United in Education, whose work through activism, programming, and education is very impactful. And the affirmation of diversity. We affirm that we are a community of diverse spiritual seekers. We are growing in diversity of race, gender, and sexual orientation, age, ethnicity, backgrounds, and physical abilities. We are evolving in consciousness, moving beyond differences, dichotomies, to embrace oneness, unity, and community. We are ever more aware of the past and present biases and atrocities, and are committed to being an open and safe place for seekers to further their journey on the spiritual path toward awakening the spirit of oneness of all. You may clap. I heard a clap. Thank you again for all being here. And I'd like to bring a beautiful person I just met today, Connie Carter, to do our opening prayer.
So let's take this opportunity to just settle in. Close your eyes if it feels comfortable, and then take that breath as you drop to your heart. As you allow that breath to be present in all that you are and all that you have come here to be. For I do know that in this time, in this place, that we are each creators and creations of that one source. That we have come here to express who we are in our love, in our joy, in our wisdom, and in our strength. And so as we enter into this service of celebration, this service of awareness, that we are connected to that one source, that one mind, that one absolute knowingness that we call God, that we know is life, that we express as our laughter and our love. And so I know that right now, everyone that is here, everyone that is online, everyone throughout the world is held in that wholeness of God, in that oneness of life. And so for that we give thanks. Just as we give thanks for all the people that have brought this service together, for Reverend Christina and her words that she'll be sharing with us, for the music, for the love of friends and family, and for everything that is good. And so with that wisdom and strength in place, we say thank you, knowing it is so, and so it is. Amen.
In this welcoming, anyone that's here for the first time, please raise your hand. Welcome. You'll be given a flower. Thank you for being here. Thank you for shining your light. And we also have a lunch afterwards to build community. Just go right here and make a right and join us for some community talk and get to know everyone. And I also like to welcome a lot of my friends. This is the first time that they are here. Thank you for your love and support. And know that you are welcome into the fold. And we also invite you, if you're interested to learn more, connect with me or any of the other practitioners and those that have continued to support Althea Center for many years. Thank you.
Good morning. I'd like to welcome everybody here today as well. And please stand and join me in saying the Althea Statement of Being, which is printed on the front of your bulletin. And then we'll sing the Face of God together. God is all, both invisible and visible. One presence, one mind, one power is all. This one that is all is perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. We are individualized expressions of God and are ever one with His perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. Now we'll sing the Face of God. Please stay standing. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of love. Thank you. Have a seat. My pleasure to introduce the musicians, our first musicians. Today we're featuring two musicians, Daryl Johnson and Andrea Love. We welcome Andrea Love for her first time at Althea. She is a singer, a soprano, and a songwriter with experience singing in a multitude of musical styles. She is a world-traveled musician who formerly studied traditional Irish music, classical music, and musical theater. She has performed and taught nationally and internationally at various music festivals and venues. Her recordings include original content, Irish traditional music, band albums, and work with choirs. Andrea is the founder of Love Music Studios, a music teaching studio in Lafayette, Colorado, which specializes in vocal lessons. She is also the current organizer and assistant director of the Mosaic Gospel Choir in Boulder. Andrea's greatest passion is helping people find their own voice, and she loves building community through the healing power of music. Welcome, Andrea. Let's give her a welcome.
A weapon or a drug. You can be the outcast or be the backlash of somebody's lack of love. Or you can start speaking up. Nothing's gonna hurt you the way their words do when they settle neath your skin. Kept on the inside, no sunlight, sometimes a shadow wins. But I wonder what would happen if you say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave with what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave when I see you. I just wanna see you. Just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Everybody's been there. Everybody's been stared down by the enemy. Running to fulfilling, disappearing, bow down to the mighty. Don't run, stop holding your tongue. Maybe there's a way out of the cage where you live. Maybe one of these days you can let the light in. Show me how big your brave is. Say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave with what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. And since your history of silence won't do you any good, did you think it would? Let your words be anything but empty. Why don't you tell us the truth? Say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. What you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. Wanna see you, I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Wanna see you, I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Wanna see you, I wanna see you. I wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave.
All right. Good morning, Althea. It's wonderful to be here with you all. Okay, so today's first reading is by Dwight Frint, who is an author and executive leader. Acknowledgement and celebration are essential to fueling passion, making people feel valid and valuable, and giving a team a real sense of progress that makes it all worthwhile. Now I get the honor to introduce Reverend Christina And we are so excited to have our new spiritual director, Reverend Christina, with us for her very second service here at Althea. Yay. Reverend Christina is a religious science CSL minister. She's a certified personal development coach. She's an inspirational speaker, dietitian, and author. She is also the founder of and creator of the DivineFeminineEvolution.org, a new CSL-affiliated focused ministry celebrating the divine feminine in all. Prior to her new position at Althea Spiritual Director, she had been active in the New Thought, New Age movement since childhood. 7 generations of powerful ancestors in her lineage have passed on metaphysical and spiritual principles from her family traditions from Africa and other cultures. She has supported various nonprofit foundations, such as domestic violence shelters and homeless shelters nationwide, including supporting numerous law enforcement officers in Colorado in crisis intervention training, CIT. Our spiritual director supports everyone's pure potential to transform their lives through power and of spiritual higher consciousness, joy, and tapping into the power of love in every sentient being. Reverend Christina celebrates her life with her husband, dances, and thrives in the magical mountains of Denver, Colorado. Let's please give a warm welcome for Reverend Christina.
Thank you. Thank you. August. We're almost at fall. I don't like it. Yeah, I'm feeling it. It's a little too soon. I think I could wait till September. This month is powerful like every other month, but there's something very unique about this month. August is truly an affirming month from a metaphysical and an astrological perspective. This month, we have 2 full moons, blue moon. August 1st was the first supermoon, and then August 30th and 31st is the Sturgeon moon. Now, as we stand on indigenous land, and all, including the Africans, the Celtics, the Druids, all celebrate moons that had 2 full moons in it. It's a manifestation time. The energy is higher. And that height, that precipice we're in all the way till October, this is a great opportunity to even practice what I preach, what we preach, what we speak to in this affirming August. So one of the things I got when I got, this is a 2-part series, and there will be a little homework, just a little bit. Kids are going back to school, why not us? It's a perfect time for all of us to affirm what we want and what we desire, not only for ourselves, but for the planet. Recently, I've been moved. Some of you may know about Maui. Maui, for me, is heartbreaking. Forgive me if I start to tear up. I've been there many times. My husband and I have celebrated our honeymoon. And we have friends that live there. And that is the banyan tree. I have hung out there many times, me and my husband, and meditated, touch, ate underneath the tree. It still stands. If memory serves me correctly, it was planted in 1873. It still stands. It's scorched. It still stands. I'm affirming. That's a symbol. They call it the heart of Hawaii. She still stands. So that tree is a representation of an affirmation, maybe scorched at the top, but the roots are still there. So how can we step into this affirming place and affirm for the people of Hawaii and the people of Niger and all around the world to affirm in peace and acknowledge them? So the 3 A's of affirming: 1, acknowledgments. Every Sunday, this beautiful center acknowledges the land and the indigenous people here. And I want to take it further too, to allowing the affirmation of the divine creator that created Mother Earth. And then fast forward to 100 years ago when the Althea Center was formed, and 3 women built this in the late 1800s when women couldn't vote. They built this center and gave homage to the land. And an acknowledgement of all the people and the volunteers and the board members and everyone that went through shifts of new ministers and COVID. Acknowledgments. And 3, do we acknowledge the fact that God, universal force, divine forces, whatever you want to call God, acknowledges us every day and every morning because we're still here? Do we acknowledge that we're breathing every morning? In the scripture it says, there was a voice that came from heaven. Some feel was the Holy Spirit, and said, "It is with you, my son, I am well pleased." Put a metaphysical spin on that. It is with you, my children, I am well pleased. The universe acknowledges and loves us every morning, every day, every second of the day. We can't make our heart beat. That's an acknowledgement. We can't voluntarily all the time blink our eyes. We would never get anything done. We wouldn't be here. We would just give up and quit. The Spirit is acknowledging us every day. How about it's time we start acknowledging ourselves? Thank you and pleasantries. I've been recently saying I appreciate you. Feels a little better than thank you. I still love gratitude. But what's the possibility that we start acknowledging ourselves? I realized about 4 or 5 years ago, with the help of a powerful woman who wound up being my coach for 4 years, that I didn't acknowledge myself, that I beat myself up. And I was taught that as a child. I was taught that in teenage years, even through a school system. I went through Catholic school. I had that none. So I had to heal that. And I realized I wasn't even patting myself on the back of, hey, I didn't curse out someone today for cutting me off. Like, oops, almost did, didn't do it. That's an acknowledgement. How about we start acknowledging the good in ourselves and not looking in the mirror and saying, oh, my body doesn't look the same, or this doesn't look the same, or I coulda, shoulda, woulda. And start acknowledging the good you did. You got out of bed. There are some people suffering through mental health crisis. They can't get out of bed. You got out of bed. People that are watching online, you turned on the computer. You brushed your teeth. That's an acknowledgement. To start acknowledging the good and seeing the love and the light and the possibility, even with all the strife on this planet. They're still good. And it continues to flourish. To acknowledge that you made it 30 years, if you're 40 years, if you're 90 years. If you're 100 years old, you need to be jumping for joy, hooping and hollering, and acknowledging that you made it through no matter what. Again, Spirit acknowledges us because we were created and are created. Our pure love, no matter what anyone's told you, no matter friends, family, siblings, whatever you've gone through, you went through it. Be in the now. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm not saying it didn't occur. I'm not saying don't get healing. But don't get stuck in it, because then you ignore the greatness that we are. God acknowledges every soul, every being, every baby, every plant. Spirit sees all. Attachments. It's time to release attachments. That's a big one. To let go of physical and emotional attachments. So when I was thinking on the acknowledgments, Michael Beckwith once says, what appreciates, appreciates. So I was like, okay, I got this attachment thing, and then this came through. When we acknowledge all we have, the Creator will rally to give us more to acknowledge. Whoopsie, sorry. Tick. The Creator will rally to give us more to acknowledge. So that came in, and I got the second step. Because I got stuck on the first one. I was like, okay, I'm acknowledging. For 2 days, I'm like, okay, what's this? And I'm like, oh, I got attached to the outcome of this talk and had to shut my brain off and stop trying to think. I'm like, okay, let me go back to what the Spirit want me to feel and say for myself and for everyone else. So the root of suffering is attachment. I love Buddha. How we get attached to how outcomes should be. Have you ever been attached to a job that you thought you should have got, or a man, or a relationship, or how it should look, or no, that house is mine. It's on my vision board. That was supposed to happen. I got to outbid it. That's an attachment. Instead of letting Spirit fill it in, that we made up stories. I was raised in a family that my parents were born in the 30s, so they believe if you kept their job for 30, 40 years, you know, when you leave, you get the fancy watch and a retirement fund. Well, I was working in corporate America as an engineering sales manager for a huge $2 billion company. 9/11 happens. Everything comes from Asia, y'all. Planes shut down. Everything stopped. A friend of mine was coming back from Texas, said, we just got bought by Arrow Electronics. I'm laughing. I'm like, Scott, you're pulling a joke. He said, we just got bought. Cash, $1 billion. 3,000 people lost their jobs like that. I had just gotten married and bought a house. I was helping take care of my mom and my aunt. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And we were furious. I was furious because I got stuck. I was attached because I made a plan. I'm good at plans. I made an attachment, an assumption. And I called my mom. I'm like, this is unbelievable. This is a tailspin. I just got a house. This can't be happening. And watching all of my friends from all walks of life. One guy, his daughter couldn't go to college. I mean, just people's lives financially and emotionally were coming down. And I called my mama, and my mom was like, honey, I'm so sorry. And she was really calm. Usually my mom would get a little spin out. She was calm. And this is after 9/11. And she's like, I think I made a mistake. I think we made a mistake. The children of the 30 and the 40-year-olds, that we told you guys a lie. You got stuck in that career too long. I got attached the way life, my financial career should be, looking for the watch, the golden parachute. And she said, okay, you're not going to whimper that much longer. I give you 3 days. She said, that's what the Navajo do. You're going to mourn for 3 days. Call me on day 4. She hung up on me. She's like, nope. 4th day. She's like, okay, you're done. I said, I'm really mad now. And she's like, honey, ask God what's next. We messed up with a lot of generations. The world is changing. Y'all know what year this was. Now, she saw it then. You got stuck. And then I started thinking, well, I always wanted to start my own business, and I got back into modeling, acting, and I started taking coaching classes and all this. And lo and behold, as the money was literally showing up, as I'm watching other people's finances, but some of my other friends, we were shifting our energy. Of course, I got a new job back in corporate America from the same company that bought us. But here's the funny thing. I kept my side business. Like kids say side hustles. It's not a side hustle. It's a multiple stream of income. Because God is what? Multiple streams of energy. I had to release an attachment. I have known other people that are attached to relationships that have ended 30 years ago. Isn't it time to release false beliefs and false attachments? Yes, that's a workshop because there's emotional, physical, metaphysical, emotional attachments. But just pick one where you believed something, that you were supposed to have something. And you even did affirmative prayer that you were pounding, chanting, and everything. Well, maybe it really wasn't the time for you, and maybe the possibility Spirit has something bigger for you. The attachment holds you back for a greater good. A greater good can be yours, is yours. And sometimes you got to go, okay, I'm going to mourn and fuss and gripe about it for 3 days and ask, well, what's next? Maybe the universe, maybe your guides are protecting and preparing you for something better. Maybe the protectors are not supposed to get that job or that person. Because when you're forcing, you're going up a stream. There's no flow. Action. James 2:26. Faith without works is dead. Metaphysical twist. Ernest Holmes, the founder of religious science. Treat and move your feet. Treat is a short term for spiritual mind treatment. He got that from Divine Science, from Emma Curtis Hopkins, who trained the beautiful women and ordained Ernest Holmes, Althea Brooks, Nona Brooks, and Marjorie Kramer, the founder of this center. It's called spiritual mind treatment. That's an affirmative prayer where you are rewiring your brain. That's what he meant by treatment and move your feet. So you can't sit there and the whole time and expect a job, a new house, a new career, and abundance to come in. Meditation does work. Oming does raise your vibration. You can't meditate for 3 hours and then expect something to show up. You do have to take action. We are creatures of movement. We're constantly moving. The universe is constantly unfolding. And that's part of being in the now. When you're in the now of this affirming August, and you go into an affirmative prayer, which I will go more into next week, you're affirming what you don't see. Some days you may not see peace, depending on what channel you turn on to. The action is change the channel, internally and physically. That's an action. Treatment is taking action, affirming what you don't see. If you're looking for a new possibility, new opportunities, wondering if you should move to Colorado or leave Colorado, ask, affirm, like, I don't even know what it is. It could be as simple as, Divine Spirit, I'm affirming you are supporting me, that you are acknowledging me. And I will listen and I will move forward. And repeat it until you feel it. Feel it into your mind, your body, and soul. The human ego likes to say, nah, that's not for me. Nah, that's not happening. You must be crazy. I have that same human ego. And some days you have to say shush or shut up and say enough's enough. I'm going to move forward. That's all we have. We have now to move forward. Our now creates our future. Again, our now, right here. What you do today, this evening, this night, tomorrow, right now, creates that. There's a possibility of greatness on this planet. I've said it many times, and I hold on to, I love history. We've been here before. There's an upheaval with that, those two new special moons of affirming and taking action in our life. Maybe you do create a vision board or a vision mantra. Another action, change what you do every day. Take a different road home. If you find yourself going into a spiral of I can't believe this is happening on the earth, I can't believe our outcome, I can't believe, stop yourself. Consciously stop yourself from falling into that trap, because that lowers your frequency. Spirit does have this. It's time to raise our vibration collectively. We can all do this. We've done it before. The planet is still here. It's not going anywhere. They still cannot explain the human body. Take action. We are a force and a source to be reckoned with. Right here and right now. Don't wait till next week. Don't wait, I'm going to wait till this happens and then I'll do this. I have done that. If you find yourself doing it, start where you are. It's not too late. If you're still here, and you are, it's not too late. Acknowledge yourself. Be that creative force. You are loved. Even the dark night of the soul, you are loved. You are here. You are breathing. We're here to be a supportive force in appreciation of one another, in appreciation of a baby's smile. Smile at yourself. I double dog dare you. Smile at yourself. When you get up in the mirror, get out of the shower, bathtub, smile. That's God smiling back at you. We're mighty. And here's the homework. It is back to school. Spiritual homework. I tried this for a month. It was amazing. Hence, I'm here. I think there were some things going on, but hence I'm here. And I wrote down and said out loud how I acknowledge myself. And I found myself doing this. Like, that was good. So something as simple, like I said earlier, you got out of bed. It's a big one for a lot of people. You opened a door for someone. You told a stranger to have a nice day. That's an acknowledgement. You didn't honk your horn and wave an interesting finger at someone driving on 25 or I-70. Someone challenging walks up to you, and a different you likes to show up sometimes, and you just smile and let it go. And you take a deep breath. That's an acknowledgement. Writing it down really helps because you're activating another side of your brain. You really are. It's different than the whole texting thing. Science has proven writing things down activates another part of your brain. Pen to paper, write it down. You could put it in your gratitude journal, a sticky note, whatever you want to do. Try it for a whole week this week. Try it and start seeing how the universe acknowledges you, because you're acknowledging good things about yourself. You're acknowledging you. It's okay to say, hey, I appreciate you for bringing me a cup of coffee. It's okay. But also kind of refrain from that, because we are also taught not to love ourselves and appreciate ourselves, because we've been told that it is selfish, that you're being cocky and you're being arrogant and you're being greedy. There's nothing wrong with doing this. There's nothing wrong with saying that. Muhammad Ali said, I am the greatest. What happened? There's a balance there. And you can acknowledge, hey, I'm really good at cooking. I'm really good at cleaning. I'm really good at organizing. Whatever it is, acknowledge it. Acknowledge your completions. You completed a task. Acknowledge it and write it down. And the universe will give it more to you, because it's law. It can't help but happen. It's the law. It's the truth. Whatever you put out, you get back. So let's put out some good energy for ourselves and watch how the universe and the spirit guides and the divine creator rises up, because they're all waiting for us. Spirit gave us free will, waiting for us to take that leap, to shift. One tiny little shift shifts the vibration and the elevation of ourselves, hence the planet, hence the consciousness. And with that, if you're willing, let's go into prayer. If you're available and willing online to close your eyes and be still and know that the divine creator is all there is, all there will ever be. God, that light, that love, that power, that peace, that presence, that alpha, that omega, and everything in between. That universal force, that universal source. I know for myself, Christina, as I know for Althea, as I know for everyone in this room, online, and our friends and family, we are in line with the great divine. We are that divine source. We breathe it and it has its way with us. We are united in that field of trust, of affirming knowingness, of divine right action. And I know right here and now, I recognize that we are all releasing old attachments, old thought forms with ease, grace, poise, and power, and divine energy. I know here and now there is a peace. There's a wholeness, there's a compassion and a love and a divine caring for Mother Earth, for the people in Maui, for people in Niger, and the people in Denver, Colorado, and abroad. And for everyone in this room, that everyone has a prayer that it is made and affirmed fulfilledly, joyfully, abundantly, and lovingly. I am grateful for this space, place, and time. I'm grateful for new birth, new life, new attitudes, and joyous actions. And I release this into the affirmative law where it cannot return void, for it is done and complete. And with gratitude and a wholeness, together we say, and so it is. And now, I'd like to introduce, I love this man as I get to know Daryl Johnson, who is the building manager, singer, artist, everything in between. And Rick Stanton. Ricky, thank you so much for your beautiful talents. Thank you.
There I am. Thanks so much. You fill up my senses like a night in the forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again. Come, let me love you, let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter, let me die in your arms. Let me lay down beside you. Let me always be with you. Come, let me love you. Come, fill me again. Come, let me love you. Let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter. Let me die in your arms. Let me lay down beside you. Let me always be with you. Come, let me love you. Come, love me again. You fill up my senses like a night in a forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses. Come fill me again. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Daryl. Thank you, Ricky. Beautiful, beautiful. And I'd like to thank also Andrea. Thank you for your voice. Thank you for gifting us today. And now this is a time also of gratitude, of a time of offering and circulation. This beautiful facility has just been painted, newly painted, fresh. To me, it looks like a Tiffany box, just saying. But that also takes love, and it takes time, talent, and treasure. And that treasure is a circulation of offering. So there's ways to give. There's a QR code on the little paper that you guys got when you came in. You can go online. There's a dip jar, which is fun because it lights up when you put your credit card in. It's $10 dips. You can dip as many times as you like. And you can also set up weekly and reoccurring monthly donations. And we appreciate everything, as money is love and also circulates. And I know it always comes back 200-fold. So as the ushers are passing the baskets around, thank you, ushers. And we have an offering affirmation. The universe provides all that I need and all that I give. With great joy, I share my prosperity, planting seeds for a world I'm helping manifest. And so it is. Amen. And now, again, thank you. There's this moment where we do the prayers of the people. And there will be microphones handed out. If anyone wants to give thanks or a quick prayer request, now we have prayer practitioners. Yes, Winnie? Okay. Oh, okay. We have prayer practitioners and prayer partners that will work with you later. Now, the prayers of the people is a prayer for yourself, or if you want to celebrate something good that's coming or what more that's coming. So we're going to do a little bit of clarity. I invite you to do this. If you're praying for a family member, in your heart, ask if you have permission or if you've asked them, because there's confidentiality. This is being filmed. It's on Facebook, and we know when things are on the internet, it is on forever. Therefore, if you are praying for someone, make sure you've already asked their permission and refrain from giving out last names because of confidentiality. And I'll give you a quick example. Last week, Michael had a prayer request. Thank you, Michael, for this permission. And he said, my name is Michael. I'm paraphrasing. Something went on with the VA. I asked for prayer in that. Let's keep it simple and concise. And knowing, don't worry about the last name because Spirit knows all. If you require deeper prayer and deeper support, please appreciate and acknowledge. We here have excellent prayer practitioners and prayer partners here. Connie was up here earlier. She's also a chaplain. Utilize, Mike and Connie, utilize them to go into a deeper prayer so they can hold it in light, love, and truth and wisdom. Because even if you don't believe, we believe for you. Divine right action. So anyone have any requests or comments? We have one here. Oh, hold on, Kandara. Thank you, sweetie.
Can I sit?
Thank
Do
you,
I have
Dara.
to stand up? Hi. I'd like to pray for the people in Maui and that the banyan tree reflects the new beginning.
Yes. Bob.
Thank you. I got a text this morning from our great friend Mark, who had planned to come this morning but decided he needed more R&R at home, and he wanted to thank us for all of our support and prayers.
Thank you. Anyone else? We have one right there, Catherine. Right by.
This is a selfish thing. I'm requesting prayers for myself. Sorry. I'm going through some very personal struggles with finances and a place to live. So I just need some spiritual help and guidance. So I apologize for the selfishness, but I feel like I need to reach out. Thank you.
Thank you. There's nothing selfish. I'm too close to the mic. Sorry. There's nothing selfish. Okay? That's self-love. Sorry. I won't do that again. Too close to the mic. Anyone else? Well, thank you all. And we're holding. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you, Anna. Thank you. Thank you. And with that, we have Jenny. Jenny's back. Thank you, Jenny. Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday. It is so cool to see faces that I haven't seen in a little while. Awesome. I'm Jenny Castleberry, and I sort of used to be part of the team that would bring you Amazing Sundays. But now we have Christina, who brings her own Amazing Sunday every single time, so my job just got a lot easier. And I wasn't here last week. I was coming back from being out of town to see family, so this is my first in-person glimpse at the amazing repainting of this sanctuary, which needs another round of applause. I love this place and have loved it for, I don't know, going on 6 or 7 years. And I almost missed the big stain that was up in that corner in the balcony. My little friend Stainy, that was just so scary and embarrassing that I was always like, I hope new people don't look up and to the right, because there's Stainy. But it is just gorgeous, and it looks so close to what it has been for it was probably 70 years of this, but in a good way, right? It's refreshed. So thank you to the folks who painted and did that work and got on that scaffolding, and Daryl who made it happen, and all the ops team. So that's what I'm celebrating today. But I am here to do some announcements. And one thing, I don't think we have the date yet, and you can let me know for sure, Christina, but you will be marking your calendar soon for the official installation of Christina, the Reverend Christina, as our spiritual director. It's going to be a beautiful, important Sunday. Do we have the date yet? Okay, so not August. The good news is not August, maybe September-ish. But know that that date is coming, and we hope that you will be there. So in the meantime, this coming Friday, we have something that's very new for us, offering a magical mead ceremony Friday night. Only 25 tickets are available. Everything I'm going to tell you, you can go online and learn about and sign up for, so just know that. This isn't your one opportunity to know. Come try the mystical drink connected to the divine feminine, the joy of nature, magic, healing, transformation, and mystical experiences. While mead is alcoholic, it is very different in its effects from other drinks, particularly when used in a ceremonial format guided by a wizard. So this is kind of cool. This is new for us. Anyway, check that out Friday night. We're also starting the Althea Book Club, which is going to be Thursday, August 24th from 2 to 3:30. It will meet weekly on Wednesdays, and the Reverend Arica King, raise and wave that hand. She is facilitating the group, so check that out. And how we were able to do this painting, which is really expensive when you have to get up on a big scaffolding, is because you all supported us as we are raising money for our 100-year anniversary. We celebrated 100 years in this building last year, so this year's 101. And get this, folks, we are more than 2/3 of the way. We are right at $70,000 that we've raised. But we do have 30 more to go, and we want to do that before the end of the year. And we normally have a thermometer. It probably hasn't gone back up from the painting, but you're going to see our thermometer go back up. Maybe it's in the dining room, it sounds like. There we go. What else is going on? Every Thursday, just about every Thursday, online, we still have an online offering. So if you're someone who likes to Zoom in, well, you can Zoom too, my friend. It's okay. Thursdays from 11 to 12:30, Kathy Humphreys, who's holding the baby, that's shouting out, it's Joy. She's the one who leads that. So if you want to know more about that, talk to her. Of course, immediately after this, if you would like to have a private prayer session, one-on-one with a prayer practitioner, that will happen just behind this wall. And who are is it Connie and Mike? Connie and Mike will be doing that. So that's an opportunity to experience that one-on-one. And you can always go online. If you want to have an affirmative prayer, but you want even more privacy, you can do that through our website, and it is anonymous. So check that out. If you've never been bathed by a gong bath, who's been bathed by the vibrations of a gong? It's pretty awesome. It happens right here every month, and it's going to happen again at 12:30 on Sunday, August 27th. Check that out on the website as well. Ooh, I think we're getting so close to maybe being done. Join us in the dining room again afterwards. And are you doing a deep dive today? 30-minute deep dive. So deep dive is, if you want to go deeper into the subject that Christina talked about today, you can still do prayers first if you want to do affirmative prayer, and you can eat lunch with us, and then around 12:30-ish, Christina will take folks through a deep dive also in the historic library. So anyone else in the know? Rick Kitzman, anything I've forgotten? Rick Stanton? No, we're all good? All right. Thanks so much.
Morning again. For our community song today, I'd like to do another John Denver song that I just really love. So please stand as you're able and join me and Andrea and Rick in Sunshine on My Shoulders. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Sunshine in my eyes can make me cry. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. Sunshine almost always makes me high. If I had a day that I could give you, I'd give to you a day just like today. If I had a song that I could sing for you, I'd sing a song to make you feel this way. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Sunshine almost always makes me cry. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. Sunshine almost always makes me high. If I had a tale that I could tell you, I'd tell a tale sure to make you smile. If I had a wish that I could wish for you, I'd make a wish for sunshine all the while. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Sunshine almost always makes me cry. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. Sunshine almost always makes me high. Sunshine almost all the way the time makes me high. Sunshine almost always. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sunshine, let's get ready to shout it out. Grab a hand, grab 2 hands, grab 3 hands, 5 hands. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something's wonderful is happening to me right now.
It's that thing called life.
It's that thing called life.
I accept acknowledgments in my life
I accept the acknowledgments in my life
every day,
every day.
7 times a day.
Times a day.
I know it,
Know it.
I feel it,
I feel
and
it.
I am it.
I am it.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Christina said we had to.
Gotta acknowledge myself.
Let's go down to the sound tonight. Tide is low and we can walk on water. Reel me in under that starry night, just like the fisherman's daughter.